FPUC, UI, PUA, how do you get it? How do you apply for it? Well, now that PUA and PUC have expired, they'll be reactivated, and the common questions that I answered back in April will manifest themselves once again. In this throwback video, I answer very common questions about the PUA application, the PUC application or UI, and how you get FPUC on top of it. They're common questions with common solutions, and if you get them right, you get to the finish line. Enjoy this overnight LALATE broadcast on unemployment assistance that helps you get the money, get it right away, and get it fast. Have a great day. Pandemic unemployment assistance and unemployment benefits heat up as more security breaches are announced now in Kentucky. What is going on, Kentucky? Hey, everybody, this is a Saturday update. Hope you've been good and well and safe. This is LALATE. Thanks for tuning in. As always, subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below. We may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And like the video. And please hit that bell on the front of this channel so you get alerts when new videos get uploaded. But first, the surprising news. And this is out of Kentucky in two regards. It's surprising one, that this is a security breach, and two, when did it actually happen? Lord, get ready to roll your eyes on this one because the security breach was announced on Thursday evening. Okay. But the state revealed it came to their attention more than a month ago, but didn't announce it until the 28th of May. So what's going on, Kentucky? There have been no indication that there have been additional incidences like that have occurred since that day in April, and nothing to indicate there was external infiltration of the system, says Josh Benton, Deputy Secretary of the Department of Workforce Development. But people aren't buying that, Josh, in Kentucky. They want more details, including among them are two state Republican officials on the called on Democratic Governor Andy Beshear's office to disclose what happened in this breach. This was a serious breach on April 23rd, and why was it only revealed last week? Attorney General Daniel Cameron and Auditor Mike Harmon are on top of it and want to know what's going on. They says the law requires the agency to investigate the matter and tell people when it was compromised. I mean, this is a constant subject matter on this channel. We have talked about security breaches of data in multiple states for PUA and unemployment assistance since it went live approximately April 28th or a little bit thereafter. I mean, some states have been in a hot mess. We know that. Florida and Texas have not gotten benefits out. California's been great. Upstate New York had a security breach. Several other states, viewers of this channel, have commented about new security breaches. We had a video 2 days ago about, I think it was like Ohio, Illinois, were among the other security breaches. Now we have this one. The Beshear's administration's lack of transparency and failure to promptly notify people in Kentucky and our office of the breach suggests carelessness and a disregard for the importance of protecting personal and financial information of our citizens. I mean, what's even worse is that some of you have not gotten the benefits because of these security breaches, as you have stated in the comments below. I mean, if you're watching this video and you're in a state and you had a security breach but have not gotten your benefits, I want to know. Drop in the comments right now. I mean, we'll be getting to some of your comments in a second. Ultimately, I had to make the call that we're going to air of making to provide direct and full notice, but the notice did not happen. The portal was taken down at 11:30 p.m. I think it's important for those who did file a claim for unemployment insurance that this is revealing of data that could only happen for individuals uploading identity documents. I don't buy that. And would have been approved prior to April 23rd. I don't buy that. Identity documents move through the system and are not always there at the same time, says Benton. Well, I mean, you're just guessing, Josh. Come on, Josh. In Kentucky, that's just a guess. Reveal all the data and let us all determine what we think based upon the breach that occurred a month ago that you're all hiding. So let's get to some of the questions. I'm sorry if you're in Kentucky and you're watching this video. I know you are, because we have had a couple Kentucky people and they are not happy. So yesterday we detailed that unemployment will not be an issue for the NBA because they're intending to get back to work in July and play in Florida at Orlando Disney World on the ESPN campus. What do viewers of this channel think? Lee says the NBA and NHL should scrap the season. It's too late to resume this part of the year. Well said. John Dickman. From what I can tell, Texas is not paying retroactively. I was affected in mid-March, applied for UI in mid-April. Texas has had me recertify every 2 weeks. What does that mean, John? You have to go certify for the week again that you already did it? If I continue to earn over $225 a week, I get no UI for that week. The first 2 weeks I was eligible, I still made over $225. The next 2 weeks I made this. They deposit the entire money in my account. So in my case, if I make nothing per week, I get $3,300 a month. But if I work and make $900 a month in the meantime, I get nothing from the government. How can I incentivize people to recover? Oh, great comment. I mean, this is the topic of our second stimulus check videos, which I'll drop in the links above. I mean, this is the Portman plan. The Portman plan, which has been very well received by this channel, is a Republican senator's idea. His idea is based upon two items of data. One, the first item says that I think it was like 70% of people on PUA or unemployment are getting more than they got before the pandemic. And so he is worried that they have no incentive to go back to work. Second, he thinks that the vast majority of the data that's coming out shows that they go back to work. They can't work at full capacity or full earnings capacity because there's just not enough people using their services or their goods. And so he says they're going to lose money. They're going to go back to work. So the Portman plan is to pay $440 a week on top of your salary or your independent contractor earnings when you go back to work. He understands that when you go back to work, you're going to make less money, and that may not give you enough money to survive on. He wants to give you $440. He thinks that's an incentive to get back to work rather than paying you $600 to stay unemployed. The idea of the plan is twofold. One, it takes the stress away from the states because the states are the ones paying your UI benefits or PUA. The federal government's paying the $600. Here under this plan, the federal government will pay $440, and the states will have to pay nothing, which is great for states. The bad part of the Portman plan, however, is the following. It presumes you have a job to go back to. As viewers said on this channel, it's a great plan for people who have a job to go back to. It is not a great plan for people who do not have a job to go back to. Why? Because under PUA, it expires, the $600 from the federal government expires on the CARES Act in July, and Republicans don't want to extend it. So what if you have no job to go back to? You're stuck with base state level benefits at worst, which is for many not enough. Rosie Kaur, I applied for PUA and it's been a month. Shows me duplicate and disqualification my EDD count. Would you know who and how I contact regarding this? That's the first time I've heard this. So EDD California, and it shows duplicate and disqualified. I mean, it basically sounds like it's saying you've already been paid and they're not going to pay you again and you've been disqualified. You're going to have to file an appeal. There is a button in there somewhere to file an appeal. If you've not been paid a penny, then there's clearly some type of computer error. BB Irwin, Texas $600 a week extension. Great stuff. Love your videos. Well, thank you. Philip Moore. I'm a Lyft driver. I applied with EDD California March, was denied, reapplied, and was approved for $0. On April 29th, applied again, was approved for $167 per week. Wow, just all over the place. Certified benefits was paid for the 10 weeks. All are pending. I tried the contact list, no reply. I can't reach anyone on the phone. Out of frustration, I tried to file a new claim. Don't do that. Don't do that. Under a different email, don't do that. Same personal info. See what happens. Thank God for the food stamps. Okay, the other account's not going to work because it's going to ask for your social security number. It's going to kick you out. So that won't work. You've done everything right because you were approved. So you have an approved claim under EDD. You've done the next thing right, which was certified for the weeks. You can't certify for 10 weeks. There's no such thing. 10 weeks haven't happened yet. So you certify for some weeks. That's good. You say they're all pending. Well, it basically says that you've done everything right. You're just pending the receipt of the money. You're going to get the debit card in the mail, and then the debit card's going to be funded. So you've done everything right, Philip. Look in the tabs and watch the payment, and at some point it'll say sent or processed. If it said denied, it would be cause of concern. It's not, so you're fine. Cutie Pie. Hey, that's her name, not mine. Hey, Ellie, thank you for the video. Well, thank you, Cutie Pie. Jeannie, thank you for the awesome updates, Ellie. I'm so upset about Arizona's issue paying back payments. They sent us new cards and they're talking about money back from the card for any of us who got even. We've been waiting for back pay for 3 weeks. So frustrating, very frustrating. I mean, that was the topic of the video on yesterday's channel. I mean, it's basically the topic of this PUA series since day one. Escalating benefits to max benefits if you qualify, and getting retroactive benefits. I mean, these are two things that states are just not getting to. It's not saying they're not going to ever get to, they just haven't gotten to it. Powerful information as always, Ricardo. Thank you. Thank you, Ricardo. Cheapy Thrift, high for Florida, finally received two $600 PUA benefits yesterday and 2 payments of $125 for UI. Thank you for keeping us updated. Well, thank you, Cheapy Thrift. So, it's probably time to certify for your next week of benefits. Go in there if you qualify and certify for the third and keep us updated. Samantha, for the PUA, you are not required to look for employment as stated in the letter. However, the form asks you if you contact an employer or look for a job. I answered yes. I assume I will not be denied on that basis. Correct. Great question. No, you will not be denied. The way you do it is you just skip the question. There's a way in most tabs, in most portals, that you just click something and you just skip the question, and it won't kick you. It won't stop you for not answering the question, like alarm, answer a question. It won't do that. You can just skip the question. Damian Santini, I applied for self-employment and unemployment benefits on April 28th. I received my first set of certificates May 2nd and May 9th. I didn't make any money, sent them back in. It backdated March 15th. Now I received another set of certificates for 2 more weeks. I made a tilt of $750 for 2 weeks. And now it says I will not receive any benefits the weeks March 16th and May 16th and May 23rd, while I get paid for the weeks prior to the 16th and 23rd. Boy, that is just like a lot of dates in this message. Okay, so if you are Damian Santini, I mean, I'm just talking to this broad stroke. If when you applied for PUA and you said you were impacted in the month of March going forward, then that's all that you have to worry about. When you look at your claim, make sure that date somewhere in March is there. If you did, you're fine. What the computer's going to have you do is certify for each of those weeks back going forward. Sometimes it doesn't do those retroactive dates first. It does the current dates forward, and then the back dates appear later. So don't worry about that. And that's the way they're going to process. You may receive the payments from the dates current to forward before you get the payments from retro, even appearing in the portal. But if you have any questions further, certainly drop them in the comments below. Grandma Ducky, hey, Bombshell, hey, Grandma. Kevin Lee, hey, I'm still waiting on my PUA for my appeal. Fortunately, I have at least a few more weeks before I get funds, for which now is 6 weeks, $6,700, so maybe upwards of $9,000 by the time I finally get approved in mid-June. Only problem is I'm struggling now, and after a few weeks, not sure what's going to do. Awful, Kevin. Really awful. Update me why you were denied your PUA. I forgot. I can't remember. Samantha. LA, previously you mentioned if you made $20,000 above in 2019, you're eligible for more unemployment. Can you lie to me how to let them know about my eligibility? I want to send them my 1099. Is there somewhere on the portal I can upload in PDF? I'm in California. Thanks. Okay, so I think I commented on the site for her, but I'm going to answer for everyone right now. So Samantha, and this is for everyone else. When you get approved for PUA or unemployment benefits, you come in at the base level of your state, which is $139, $169 per month. Now, if you made, I said $30,000. If you made more than approximately $30,000 in 2019, which is a lot of the viewers of this channel, then it's about around there that you're at maximum benefits for your state. Every state has different maximum benefits. You can just Google it. It's about $300 to $400 per week. The way you escalate to maximum benefits has been a topic of this channel since April 28th is you have to communicate it to your state. And the big one is, how do you communicate it? Most of the states have places in their portal where you can write a letter and say, hey, here are my 2019 earnings, and here's a cover letter. I think I qualify, and please look at this. In California, viewers have said since April 28th on this channel, can't do anything. There's no place to upload a letter. How do I upload a letter? I can't do anything. My bottom line answer has been, mail them a letter. Send it priority mail, spend the $3 or $6, go to the post office, send a 2-day priority mail. You'll get tracking, and they communicate with you by mail. Why can't you communicate with them? They will get it, and then give it a little time and send it again if you don't get a response. That's the best way to deal with it. Ryko, loved it. Well, thank you, Ryko. Kevin Benjamin, I was ineligible for UI in Florida, but when I was denied the PUA benefits, I'm sure I'll qualify. I got laid off because it was a virus. I don't qualify. My job was this. They told me I can't get $600 of work. It's not for your job to tell you what you qualified for. It's for viewers of this channel and me to help you, and your state to inform you what you qualify for. So, Kevin, drop in the if you're watching this video, tell me what your job was. I will give you guidance whether you're UI or PUA, and then I'll guide you through the process. Link N2. My wife is an independent contractor. See, Kevin, this guy says his wife's an independent contractor. This is how I'm able to answer the question. He filed for PUA on 5/6. Oh, she filed for PUA on 5/6. She has yet to get an answer for her benefits, and others from her work already receiving theirs. They received ours and being paid the day to stop working. This California PUA, by the way. Any answers for why the delay of her pay? She filed for regular unemployment benefits, but she received a benefit amount 0. Then she reapplied for PUA as I stated above. Boy, there's a few things that confuse me here, Link 2. Is her workforce an independent contractor? Because you said there's other people that she's working with that got paid. Well, is she really an employee or a PUA? I'm assuming she's a PUA by the way you say it. So she applied for regular unemployment benefits and received a benefit amount of 0. That's not good. If she's an independent contractor, she was required to apply for unemployment benefits and get denied, and then apply for PUA. The fact that she was into UI shows something is going screwy. What I would look and see is if the claim for UI has been approved, then she's in the UI system. She's not in the PUA system. You can't be in both. She is not. If she's an independent contractor, she should have been in the PUA system. I hope that explains it to you. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments below. Robert Chat, I usually agree with you, but printing money based upon bonds is oversimplifying and completely mass inflation. He's referring to a second stimulus check video from yesterday. Well, if you have questions as well to this confusion, or you're in Kentucky and had a hack as well, I'm so unfortunate, drop your comments below and I'll feature them in tomorrow's recording. Please drop them by 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Sunday, and I hope you stay safe and well, and as always, stay of LA for more.